Upon logging on to TPS Live, the very first page that you're going to see is the actual appointment ledger that you're using. Now, this appointment ledger certainly is the control panel for everything in the program because everything in this program comes right from this appointment ledger. Now, as you can see, you can access the appointment ledger, you can customer contacts, gift incentive board, any of the reports that we have, dealer dailies, customers, you can access all your dealers, and of course, the all-important opportunity list. Now, from the appointment ledger, you could look at any one of the customers that you need to, and just simply by clicking on their name, up will come their appointment card with all the information that you need on it. I mean, who referred them and anything like that, as well as not just the customer's name. You can also click on any of the dealer's names also. Now, this particular one was the Set By dealer, and just by clicking on their name, up will come their appointment card. You can get whatever information that you need. Now, a lot of the software that's out there these days, you have to go back to the appointment cards to go ahead and change any of the information. This is set up where any of the information can be changed directly from the appointment ledger. This way, it just saves you time, and everything is made to be one click. You can add or subtract leads. You can, of course, change the results and that sort of thing. Now, this particular appointment, and one nice thing about our appointment ledger is when we were using paper, we always like to highlight that space in yellow when that customer called and said they were in. So it made it easy for us to, at a glance, be able to look and see if that dealer was in on that demo. And TPS is the same way. Just by clicking the in button, it'll automatically turn that result space into yellow so that you can tell at a glance. And then once you complete it, of course, the yellow goes off, and the result of that particular appointment will be the only thing there. Also, coming from the appointment ledger, at a glance, all of the type of appointments are color-coded according to your marketing director handbook. In other words, the registration call-outs are in red, the others are in black. Anything that comes from a customer, whether it be a customer book or an instant set, that's going to be in green, and of course all the non-owners are going to be in blue. All right, now all the information that comes from the appointment ledger is so simple to get on there. Every bit of information on TPS Lives comes from this area right here, and that is Add a Customer. Now, when you hit Add a Customer, of course, you're going to fill in all of the pertinent information. Everything from the customers are all in a large drop-down box. The type of appointment, all of them are listed right there in a drop-down box for you. The dealer that produced it, you're going to have the dealer that set it. You can have dealer that's going to run it, and all the information on here. You know, when you want to hit a date, calendar pops up for you. Everything is so simple to put the information on the appointment card. Directions to the appointment. We like to get their email addresses on there, as well as you can put the serial number because we will be tracking inventory shortly. So we want to go ahead and start putting serial numbers in there. We have the result of the appointment. If you would rather do it on the appointment card, of course, it's available to you. Now, like I said before, by going to any of the customer's name, or actually any name that's on the appointment ledger, just simply by tapping on the name, up is going to come that appointment card. Now, a lot of appointments, of course, there needs to be a contact made or a comment made. Simply by going to the contact section, you just simply go ahead and type in whatever information you want as a comment. That will be the last comment that you put on there will show up on the appointment ledger itself. But the nice thing about it is if this customer needs to be contacted again for whatever reason, you simply go ahead and hit your calendar, put when you want this customer to be contacted again, and the reason. Now, we put 3 reasons in here. One is going to be to set an appointment for it. One is going to be with these folks. One is going to be maybe to call them about a gift or something to do with their gift program, and the other one's going to be general. Now, general can range from anything from they need to be contacted about recruit. They need to be contacted about these folks said to call me back in 2 months because I promise I'm going to become a customer of yours that day. And, we don't want to forget about it, so we go ahead and add all that information in. Now, I don't want to mess this up, so we will not save that information. But everything that you see on here, from our reports to our gift incentive board, everything comes right from that appointment card. Simply print out the appointment card, and it takes no more time to do than it would do if you was to handwrite an appointment card. One of my favorite parts of the appointment ledger is what we call the gray area. The gray area is this area right in here. Now, if you wanted to see exactly, say, what a dealer has been doing, you just click right on the dealer column, bring it up into the gray area, and it'll list all the dealers. Now, this date range is 6/1 to 6/22. I could look at everything that Kathy has done. There's 12 items there, and I can look at everything that Kathy has done. Now, drag it back down in, and we're going to be looking right back at our appointment ledger again. I could take the date of, drag it up into the gray area, and now the date of every single appointment is individualized by TPS Live. Now, I can click every one of them, open up each day individually so that you can look at the day's work one by one, a day at a time. Now, also, and what is a great feature, because everybody does business sometimes in different ways, but you can actually even drag it up by area and look at every different area that you have had appointments and look at the results that you have had. Now, one nice part about this is, let's say I could have the area up here, and then I can also attach the dealer to it. Now I can look at each area and I can see where most of my dealers are working. For instance, this one's in Tampa. I could pull up and I can see exactly which dealers were working in Tampa and exactly how many items on the appointment ledger that they had. Just another unique feature by TPS Live. If you notice before, on the appointment card itself, we looked in there and we made a comment of a customer that needed to be called back at a later date for whatever reason. Now, all these, and we're missing a lot of them on this particular appointment ledger, but every one of them should have a comment on them of some sort, especially on the resets. Wife had back surgery and was asked to call them back at a certain date. So you simply go up to customer contacts, and listed is all of the customers that, for whatever reason, they need to be contacted. Now, these can be sorted all kind of different ways. I can go over here to customer's name and list them in alphabetical order or reverse, whichever I wanted to do, to go ahead and find a particular customer for a particular reason. I could actually sort it even by their spouse's name. I couldn't remember what the wife's name was, but I remember what the husband's name was, and I can go ahead and sort it by the husband's name. I could sort it by the referring customer, because we have a customer. Oh boy, I know that was a Mrs. Smith's customer, and I couldn't remember. Well, right there, just by filtering it through the referring customer's name, you can go ahead and pull that information up. I could do it by appointment type. Was it a customer book? Was it an instant set? I could sort it by the result. Boy, I know I sold that one, and you can just hit it, and you can pull up all your sales first. That was in Lutz, so I could sort by and list in alphabetical order which town and which area it came from. But the one that's most popular, of course, is Contact Again. Now, I know that on 6/29, this particular customer needs to be contacted again because the wife was going out of town. The reason they need to be contacted was because this was a reset. Now, I can go right over here to the name and, again, tap on that particular customer's name, and up will come that entire appointment card. You could do it by phone number if you could remember it, not the name, more power to you. Or you could do it by the comment type. And like we said, the comment type would be either appointment setting type, or it might even be, as I zipped on down through there, well, all these are appointment setting types, but it could be a customer that needed to be contacted because they had a green light. Or on our gift incentive board, we talked to a customer on there, and she said, look, if you call me back tomorrow, I promise you I'll give you some more leads. And simply label that as a gift program type of appointment, and all those will come up first for you. Okay, this next section we're going to show you, you are really going to like. It is probably covers one of the most important parts of our appointment program, and that is tracking our customers through a gift incentive board. Simply going up and tapping on the gift incentive board, up will come your current
gift incentive board. Now, it has everything that you need on there. It's got, of course, all the customers that are involved. It has green dots that represent referrals from owners, blue dots that represent referrals from people who didn't buy. I can roll my cursor right up on any of the dots that are there, and a tooltip comes up with the actual name of the customer that we have the appointment with. I can tap on any of these dots, and up will come their appointment card, or I can just go to the customer's name, tap on it, and up will come their appointment card. Now, on this appointment card, you'll see that we can go to their gift program, and on their gift program we can see that they were qualified appointments. We can check the results of the appointments that they gave us. We can put the gift in, when it was delivered, gift number 2, and when it was delivered. All that information automatically goes right to their appointment card. Now, if you notice, everything on here looks just like what our marketing director handbook wants our gift incentive boards to look like. It has everything's color coded. It has the slashes going across the dot. One slash, of course, means that appointment has been set. If you see 2 slashes on one, which makes an X across it, means that it not only has been set, but it's also been demoed. Now, everything's color-coded. Like you said, you got the green for the owners, you got the blue for the non-owners. It also, if it is an instant set appointment, then it automatically shows up. Now, you can rotate it. You can go forward a couple days if you want to. You can go backwards a couple days if you feel a need to, and check and see exactly, what your customers have been doing, or making sure that there hasn't been anything that has been missed. I can go into and automatically see exactly what the office is doing. I can hit include sub-offices, and I could look and see exactly what the sub-offices have done with it. Or I could go to the dealers and check one particular dealer's gift incentive board, or I could check a group's gift incentive board. What this does is it gives us a handle on what is the most important part of our business, which is the work that customers do for us. And, of course, it's the expense of what our customers do for us. We can keep track of it. We can help our dealers keep a handle on it just at a glance using TPS Live.
Now, one of my favorite parts of TPS Live is the report section. It is so simple, and keep in mind, once again, everything comes directly from that appointment card, or just changing the results right here on your appointment ledger. But if you go to your report section, I can look and see, whatever date range I wanted, and look and see exactly what happened with each and every part of our total program. Owner referrals, customer books, non-owner referrals, registrations in and out, new dealer business, and of course other. And by looking across that, you can check your holdups on all that, of course how many sales you got from it, closing percentages in each of your programs, everything that you would see on the grid report of your total program. Now, I could go up to the dealer section and individually pull up each individual dealer's total program and look at it in depth, or I could just go to the listed report, and in the listed report, for, let's say, contest purposes or whatever, you want to see which person in office did the most dealers. Well, simply by clicking on the dealer icon, it'll automatically sort from the least to the most, or from the most to the least, whichever you preferred. You can see who had the best hold-up percentages, who had the tops in sales, who had the tops in net sales. E-factor, of course, is extremely important. The E-factor for some was going to be better than others, and this particular office, it was 5.8. I can also check, many of us do hire people to come in and get on the phones in the evenings, and it's very simple. You can just go to sets, and you can see what the holdup was for every individual in the office that actually set an appointment. Now back up to the grid report. And you can see also, like I said, in each program, it has an E-factor listed. How many dealers are in the office, the dealer demo average, opportunity cards that were brought in, etc. All the information that we look at when we look at a total program.